Bungie has now confirmed that in Season 22 we mark the return of the best 120 RPM hand cannon that has ever existed. Yes, everyone's favourite, the Igneous Hammer, is coming back. And if you're someone who has never had the opportunity to use this bad boy in the Crucible, then this video is going to outline why this should be at the very top of your list to chase next season. And for those who already have a god roll, well, let's just say it's coming back with a new updated perk list, and if any of the recent 120 hand cannon perk pools are anything to go by, it's going to be even more of a monster next season. Honestly, I'm truly hyped for this to return. We're going to talk about why 120s are so good in the current meta specifically, and why Igneous is the GOAT. And then we'll talk about the speculated updated perk pool. If you're someone who's experienced with 120s and the Igneous in general, you can skip to the latter section of the video using the timestamps below. So for those that haven't used Igneous Hammer, or even 120s for a matter of fact, you're probably wondering, why is a gun with a TTK of 1 second, which is practically slower than every other weapon in the Crucible, so damn good? Well, number one, you have the hand cannon advantage. Being able to deal massive chunks of damage in a single shot is a massive advantage over other weapon types, which require you to be in line of sight of the opponent continuously, i.e. you can go for a peek shoot playstyle. This means even though the opponent may have a faster TTK weapon in theory, they actually won't be able to achieve this because you're peek shooting using cover. In the current meta, pulse rifles like Graviton Lance, No Time to Explain, Messenger dominate the landscape from afar, so you really need a long range option to cover yourself. The reason why 120s like Igneous work so well in the current meta is because they can readily achieve 38 plus meters of range and even 40 meters with certain rolls, so in combination with peek shooting, they really can compete with pulse rifles more so than a 140 RPM hand cannon. Add in the fact that it only requires 2 headshots and 1 body shot for a kill rather than 3 headshots from a 140 hand cannon, it lets you really push aggressively and play with more forgiveness. On the shorter end of the spectrum, you're going to be facing SMGs and fusion rifles in the current meta, and 120 hand cannons are probably the best pairing for a shotgun. Why? Because of the massive chip damage they can do. Hit them for a quick 80 on the head or 50 on the body, and then swap to your shotgun to finish them off. It's an extremely powerful and consistent playstyle, which is a great counter to the current meta short range options. So why Igneous Hammer over the other 120s? Well, you only need to look at this screen to confirm. Igneous is an absolute stat monster. Just look, every other hand cannon, the stats are lower. They're in the red in comparison to Igneous. Igneous has more range, more stability, more handling, more aim assist than all of its competitors, and it's an adept weapon, meaning you can put an adept stability or an adept range mod on it, meaning the stats blow everything else out of the water even more. I mean, it's even got a perfectly vertical 95 recoil direction, so you don't need anything from the barrel or counterbalance to improve its recoil direction, unlike some of the other hand cannons, which have sort of like a 97-98 recoil direction, meaning they'll have a slight horizontal component to it. So let's go over Igneous's current perk pool and then use some of the newer 120 hand cannons to hypothesize what some of the new perks could be and some of the new perks that I'm desperately hoping are there. In that first column of perks, there are 4 I wanted to highlight. 2 are benefit now perks, i.e. they provide an immediate benefit, and 2 are benefit later perks, i.e. they require a kill. Quick Draw is great for that ready speed boost, which comes in handy when you're switching back and forth from a shotgun. Rapid Hit increases stability for each precision hit, giving you a stacking bonus which makes hitting subsequent shots easier. Killing Wind gives the gun 20 range, 40 handling, and yourself 50 mobility on a kill, which practically maxes out the handling and range for the gun and is great for 6v6 game modes. Encore is similar but gives a stacking bonus to range, stability, and accuracy with each kill, again great for 6v6s. And then in that final column, there are 4 great perks for PvP. Celerity provides you with massive bonuses when you're the last person standing, but more importantly, it also gives you a constant passive 20 handling bonus, which is really nice. Moving Target, which gives you aim assist and movement speed when ADSing. Elemental Capacitor, which is going to be great on Void, which provides 20 stability, or an Arc subclass, which provides 50 handling, and both of these are going to massively improve the gun's ease of use. And then you also have Opening Shot, which gives a whopping 20 aim assist, 25 range, and accuracy bonuses on that first shot, which then subsequently helps with bloom on the second and third shot as well. In my eyes, that second column has the better PvP perks. Opening shot, moving target, elemental capacitor, heck, even celerity are all brilliant perks for the weapon. So what are the new perks going to be for Igneous? Well, if we look at the round robin's pool of perks first, and then the bottom dollar in a second later, the Gambit 120 hand cannon, we can get a better idea of what perks could be introduced. Some perks I'm super excited for include Keep Away, which increases range and accuracy when you engage outside of 15 meters, which is when you'll need those boosts anyways. I'm expecting this to be in that third column, just like round robin here. You also have Kill Clip in that final column, which will be quite nice for 6v6 game modes, letting you achieve 2 taps, hitting for 100 on the head, meaning you're going to 2-tap everyone apart from those at 10 resilience. But here's where things get even more interesting. Look at bottom dollar's perks. We have Slide Shot in that first column, which boosts range, stability after sliding, and even reloads the weapon partially on sliding. If you've ever tried to reload an Igneous Hammer, just having the reload bonus on slide is so worth it, never mind the 20 range and 30 stability you get for a whole 3 seconds after sliding, which is something that most people do naturally anyways before an engagement, and those are massive stat bonuses that shouldn't be scoffed at. In that second column, 2 perks really stand out to me. We have Explosive Payload, which indirectly boosts the range of the gun by having a portion of the damage not suffer from damage fall off, and is a massive nuisance in general to duel against. And more importantly, we have Eye of the Storm, one of the best dueling perks whereby your handling and accuracy increase as you get lower health deeper into a duel. Honestly, the range boost from opening shot is nice, but on a 120 it's not as necessary like on a 140 hand cannon. Eye of the Storm would have me literally drooling for this weapon. Could you imagine a slide shot Eye of the Storm or a slide shot opening shot roll on this gun? Bungie, make it happen and you'll have players flooding back to the Trials playlist to get their hands on this gun again, regardless if they have an old roll or not. If you enjoyed what I talked about today, remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel as we get closer to Season 22 for more upcoming weapon reviews and build guides for both PvP and PvE. I'm Mr. Ronnet and that's it for today. Peace out, guys.